Good day, and this episode of Canadian Formal is all about gloves and one pair of mittens, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining me again. I'm Curtis Allen, and I have a passion for making the men of the Great White North look and feel their very best. So today is our third installment on our outdoor accessories collection of episodes. So if you want to catch up and watch the first two on scarves and hats, the links will be in the description. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get down to business today. So we are going to tackle gloves, and specifically animal skin gloves. Now, these will be leather gloves and sheepskin. So cow and sheepskin. We will not be looking at reptile skin or ostrich skin, because I just don't think they're versatile enough. Although they are beautiful, they are not versatile enough for the typical menswear collection. So let's dive right into option number one. So we've got these as option number one. They are black leather, cowhide leather gloves. Now, they also have 3 stripes at the back, which is very common in men's gloves, and they have a red woven fabric in those lines, and that is a great way to stand out and differentiate yourself. If you have a red tie on or a red scarf, red shoes or boots, this will complement that very well without standing out or being too garish. That's something we definitely want to avoid, which is another reason we are not doing reptile or ostrich skin, is it's a little too garish for typical menswear. So what's great about these black leather gloves, and these are by Ben Sherman, is twofold. Number one, they have a cotton lining, which is a wonderful alternative to cashmere or wool, in that it is still a natural breathable fiber, but it's not as hot. So in the fall or early spring, you don't have to worry about your hands getting overheated or perspiring too much due to the lining of your gloves. The second thing I love about these is, if you look very closely right here, you will see a little elastic that's set in between the leather and the lining. And what that does is allows you to put the gloves on and take them off very easily. So you don't have to worry about them being too tight and you're pulling and wrenching, because that will create stress on the leather and could create tears along the seams. But you also don't want your gloves too loose, that they're bulky, you can't grip things properly. Hence the saying, fits like a glove. And with this elastic, certainly helps to do that. So let's go now to option number 2. Here we are with option number 2, and from the front and the palms of the hands, looks very similar to option number 1. But if you flip that over, boom, you've got a cotton weave on the back, and it's in more of a gray and black houndstooth pattern. And what I love about these gloves is that because you've got leather on the front and cotton on the back and a cotton lining, You get all the functionality and hard wearing of the leather, where you're going to be lifting things, moving things, grabbing various objects, but you've got that unique style of the cotton on the back, because the back of the hand is never going to go through the stress and rigor as the front of the hand will. So that's why this is a great option. Also by Ben Sherman. They do a great job with men's gloves and menswear accessories as a whole. So if you are looking for gloves, I would certainly check them out. Of course, this video is not sponsored in any way. I am just a big fan of their products, and they are reasonably priced while offering high quality leather and fabrics. So this is option number 2. Let's go into a little bit colder weather with option number 3. Here we are with option number 3, and they are brown leather gloves with an embossing, as you can see here, into the leather, and the 3 stripes along the back as well. No fabric, no contrasting color like in the first pair. This is a good all-around pair of chocolate brown leather gloves. And if you are looking for a versatile pair of gloves, you already have a black pair, but you're looking to get a second pair, chocolate brown is a great option. Goes with gray, goes with blue, orange, neutral tones. Brown is very good. And because it is cashmere lined, as you can see, that beautiful cream colored cashmere lining, it will provide you a lot of warmth in the winter months. But there is one additional feature to these gloves that I absolutely adore, and that is on the index finger. On the index finger, it's got a little patch at the top, and you can use that on touch screen devices. So be they tablets, iPads, or more typically smartphones, you can use those screens with these gloves on by using the top of the index finger. So you don't have to worry about taking your gloves on and off all the time, worry about possibly losing them, your hands being cold. You can do it all with the gloves on, which is quite important, especially in the frigid Canadian winters. Now this is my favorite option for winter, solid winter gloves. What you don't want are gloves like these, which are not very good looking, fingerless gloves. You think, oh, I can just use these gloves, flip it up and use the fingers to scroll through my mobile devices. And that may be true. On the other hand, you will look ugly with ugly gloves. Those gloves should not be worn by any man who intends to be stylish or elegant in any way. You want to make sure you can get versatility while still having an appealing look, which is why I love these chocolate brown cashmere lined leather gloves. But if practicality is your number one concern, we move to our last option. And here we are with the mittens. These are shearling. So you've got the lamb skin outer with kind of that suede nubuck feel to it. And then on the interior, you've got the lamb's wool. And what's great about these gloves, or mittens more specifically, these mitts are great because the lining actually comes out. So with a couple Velcro patches on either side, you can pop them right off and pull the lining right out. And that makes it very easy for cleaning. You can clean the shell of the mitts or the lining of the mitts without damaging the other part. So these are the warmest gloves you will find. Now, if they are too much in a yellow, of course, you can go with a brown or tan option. But these mitts I only ever use when I am wiping off the car, shoveling the driveway, various hard-working tasks like that. Never in a social situation would I wear these mitts. They have a very specific use, and that is all they are used for. Not going out, not trying to make any sort of fashion statement, that's for sure. So that wraps up the 4 best gloves for spring and fall. Of course, there are variations on all of these, and you have to choose colors and materials that best represent your current style and the other elements of your wardrobe. So with that in mind, if you do have any questions or comments, please do leave them below, and I will get back to all of them personally. So I am Curtis Allen with Canadian Formal, hoping you will stay stylish. Thank you.